Look at the events of your daily life. The sudden setbacks, the lucky breaks, the shifting market conditions. We assume all of this is random chaos. But what if it's actually a highly structured game? Constantly reacting to unpredictable shifts in your career, your relationships, and your growth is exhausting. Operating without a roadmap ensures that you will always be caught off guard, anxious about what happens next. Military strategists solved this problem centuries ago by using the sand table. It's a controlled, physical simulation. It allows commanders to model out terrain and play-test high-stakes, real-world scenarios long before any real troops hit the ground. Imagine applying that exact same strategic framework to your daily routine. Think about what would happen if you could map out the variables of your own life onto a physical board. Shifting your mindset from simply reacting to reality to actively mastering a simulation provides an advantage that most people lack. It offers a way to replace anxiety with a blueprint for what happens next. This illustration comes from a document known as Wealth and Joy, our central blueprint for this simulation. Look at the dead center. That complex, multi-layered cluster of gray and orange shapes mirrors the tangled variables we navigate every day. But the center doesn't operate independently. To make sense of that internal mess, we have to look outward. The outer perimeter of the board dictates the exact rules governing the interaction. Stationed around the edges, we find 4 distinct characters. The Chinese text next to them translates to the 4 phases of the simulation: spring at the top, followed by summer, autumn, and winter. In this context, seasons have nothing to do with the weather. They refer to specific, measurable periods of strategic progress and regression that dictate the flow of the game. Recognizing these 4 distinct phases is step 1. It allows you to categorize events by their current season, neutralizing the confusion of the center board so you can plan instead of react. Notice the physical boundary drawn around these phases. There's a black dotted line looping past the winter character and connecting to autumn, indicating a continuous, mechanical sequence. This illustrates a rigid rule of sequence. You cannot skip a season. The completion of one phase inherently triggers the beginning of the next, locking the simulation into a predictable loop. If you look closely at the bottom of the document, the author spelled out this mechanic. The text over the heavy yellow underline translates directly to, "There are 4 seasons in the board." This confirms that the system runs on structured, sequential phases. When you operate within a cycle, you stop relying on chance and start relying on the schedule. Realizing that this sequence is unbreakable transforms the experience. You are no longer navigating by guesswork. You are operating on a predictable timetable, equipped with the power of anticipation. So why does mastering a tabletop simulation matter for real-world stakes? The answer is in the very last line of text. The author deliberately marked this document for us. Look at the yellow circle. The text translates this specific word as life. The full sentence reads, "Understand the sand table, and you understand life." This entire board is designed to be a one-to-one microcosm for your actual reality. This gives you a direct application. If you can learn the survival tactics required during the board's winter, you have a model for the strategies needed to weather a real-world financial or emotional downturn. The inverse is also true. Practicing how to rapidly scale your assets during the board's spring provides a blueprint to maximize your real-world growth when the market conditions align. Stop treating your daily routine as a guessing game, and stop letting shifting circumstances catch you off guard. By treating reality as a structured game, you can predict the coming cycles and align your actions with the inevitable flow of the seasons. Master the sand table, and you transform your perspective from one of confusion to one of strategic foresight.